Hello, crafty friends. This is Michael with ePapery. I am back today to show you how I am making this piece of ephemera for my new grungy journal. This time I did make a prototype, which is this. I think that's easier for me to do. However, I'm going to change a few things because of the fact that with this prototype, I tried using little hinges, which I have. They're very tiny, but I didn't have small enough brads to put in the hinges, so it does not open easily. So I've ordered some bigger hinges, and I will try that. But today I'm going to just use some strips of coffee dyed fabric. So basically what I have here is just 2 pieces of cardstock, and then in this one I have made a tag that goes in here. And if you want to, when you put it on a page, you could just, glue it down on 3 sides or on 2 sides and make it a tuck behind it also. So this is what we're going to make today. Let's see how it goes. So I decided I'm going to use some advertisement. This is not real thick. It's something that my insurance company sent me. So what I'm going to do here, I need to look at this and make sure that it's square, because that for some reason doesn't look like it's very square, but there. So now that we've got this squared up a little bit, let's see how this is. Roughly about 6.5 inches. So that means the center of it would be like 3.25. So I'm going to mark this, if I can find my pencil. Cut that in half. That does not look like it's in half. Well, it's not too bad, but we are going to see. I told you, measuring doesn't work for me. I just don't seem to manage it all that well. All right, that is a little better. So now we have 2 pieces that appear to be somewhat the same size. What I want to do is I want to take and cover these. So I'm going to take and cover this with some paper, and this is paper that I got from Temu, so we'll see what now on this other one. What I did is I stamped on some like tissue paper, but I'm not going to do that this time. See what I can find that okay. Let's take this one out and see what happens with this one. If I put this like that, we're going to get just auditioning things here. This always takes me forever to choose a paper. Oops, that didn't work too well, did it? Well, this one might work, but I want this over here. Okay, so I think we're going to choose that one for now. Okay, so what I am going to do is take my glue stick here. And put this paper on there. Let's see how well I did. Not too bad. Then I'm going to take my bone folder here and just kind of smooth that down so that I make sure that I've got it adhered to my little paper. Now I'm going to cut this down. And right away, I know what I forgot. No, I didn't. It's right here. Okay, so that is the front. Now we need to cover the back with something. So let's see what I want to cover that with. Let's add a little color to it here. Okay, so we're going to glue this paper on the back. Very simple project. When I'm using the strips of fabric, I think it's going to be a lot easier than when I was using hinges, although I thought the hinges would look really nice. But I need to order some bigger hinges. So for now, we're going to do it this way. Maybe we'll try it again later with something when I got bigger hinges. Okay. All right, and I am going to cut this down. I want this to dry just a little bit because I'm going to punch a aperture out of here, so I want to let that dry for a little bit. So now I'm going to use this one and find a piece of paper for that. Let's see, what do we want to do with that one? That one we're going to see too, but we're also going to make a tag with that. So, nope, not quite going to fit there. And might work. Oh, let's see here. Watch me, I'm going to pull out every piece of paper that there is here before I decide which one I want. Well, that's going to be covered because the bottom here is going to have a pocket on it. So kind of want to cover that up. I think I'm going to do this one because then I can use the top for something else. So, whoop, awfully gluey on there. So, all right, so now we're going to do this side here. So I hope you have all been doing well. Keeping busy, crafting tons. I seem to be struggling a little bit lately with my hands. I don't know. Well, I do know this one hand I have a trigger finger here, and that is not fun. But I've had cortisone shots in it before, and they've worked. This time it did not last very long. So I don't know. I think the next option is surgery, which I would not be looking forward to. So I'm not going to cover the back of this because I will be gluing this down, so there's really no need to do that. Okay, there's that one. Now I need to pick a piece of paper that will be my pocket. And I was hoping I could use something that would be now if I had not cut this off where I did. I think what I'm going to do to make this just a little bit sturdier, because this paper is quite thin, I'm going to glue a piece on the top where I'm going to have it and put that down just to help it be a little sturdier. So we're just going to glue that. This is going to be the top. Okay. And that helps it just be a little sturdier. Okay. So now I'm going to take and ink this just a little bit. I am using scorched timber here. My new favorite. Started deciding to do some grungy stuff, and this all of a sudden becomes my favorite. Okay. Okay, so I am going to glue that down there. I think I'm going to use my art glitter glue for that. There we go. just going to put my pocket down right there. And it looks like I, again, didn't measure very good, so cut off just a little bit there. Okay, so now I'd like to make a tag that will fit in there. This is the one I made for the last one, so it can pretty much be about that size. So I'm going to maybe take this and see if I could find my pencil. I'll trace around it, but and I'm just going to cut that out. If I can see the lines. I like to use these pieces of junk mail just to recycle. Okay. So simple this is. Okay. Now we need I'm wondering if that would be upside down. We don't want to do that. That just barely fits there, but or I could just do this side. I want that side. Okay. We're going to just have to make sure that your tag is going to fit in your pocket. That's all there is to it. Okay. Using my bone folder again here to smooth that out. Okay. Now, I'm going to rummage around here and see if I can find a plain piece of coffee dyed paper or something that I can use for the back of this. I wonder if I could do this and have this stuff stick out a little bit. So it's a pretty nice day. I think the high is supposed to be 80, but it doesn't feel like that right now. Okay, so I want this ruffled part there to kind of hang out top a little bit. Actually, I want to move that down just a tiny bit here. There we go. And we're going to cut that down. So now we have pretty much all the pieces we need. There. Okay, and then that makes a little bit of writing space on the back. I'm going to take in ink a little bit here. And put just a little bit of that on there. And ink the back here. There we go. And so then that is going to go in our pocket. What did I do with it? Oh my goodness gracious. That's the front. Here we go. So, and there is the inside cover. So this is what we're going to have here. Now, hopefully this is dry enough that I can round the corners off here. Okay. On that one. And on this one. Okay. So fall sports and things are starting. My 11-year-old grandson is in football. We went to their game on Saturday. They played well, but they did not win, which was okay. You know, this is the first year that they're actually playing other towns, other teams from other towns. So that's kind of interesting. And the youngest grandson is starting his flag football tomorrow. So I don't know that they actually are going to have, I think they will play scrimmages, but they're not going to actually have games, I don't think, this year. So, but he came home from school yesterday and he was all excited. He says, Grandma, guess what? I said, what? He said, tomorrow I get to start my football. So he was all excited. I don't know how excited he'll be when he figures out that he can't tackle somebody. Which seems to be his main thrill of it. So all the football players in our family seem to be defensive. So, all right, so now we have that. And this is our tag. Okay. I don't know if I might decorate that with a few other things, but okay, so hopefully this is dry enough. I want to see if I can punch. I'm going to take this off. An aperture in here. Yeah, it's the only bad thing about punches. You can only go so far, but I think that's going to be okay. So, oh my goodness. Okay. Well, that's kind of on the side, but we'll, and we could stick this in here as just a little extra something or other, I guess, rather than waste it. Okay. There. Okay, so I'm now going to try and ink here. It's kind of hard to do because this, I don't have a regular square punch. I don't know why, but I don't. So this is a scalloped one, which I guess is not necessarily grungy, but okay. Oops, forgetting to put my pin back in my glue is not going to help my situation any, is it? Okay. I'm going to take this tail out for now. Okay. Now what I want to put in here is one of the Tim Holtz Tiny People. And I thought I had one picked out, but you know how that goes. Oops. So let's see what we got here. Well, we could put that guy on there. What it's going to look like when you have the tag in there. Now, I'm not going to put some acetate or anything in there. I just don't really feel it's necessary. So I have him, which I could put in there. Ah, come on. Like I said, my hands do not want to work. I have this little guy, which is kind of cute. I could kind of put him just hanging around there. Or these two lovely people can be sitting there like that. We have this little guy with his little puppy dog. Oh dear, decisions, decisions. See, I should have just made a decision before I... The other thing I could do is I could put a little bit of cheesecloth underneath it. I have to dye it because I don't have any that's dyed right now, but let's see. I'm not sure how I like that idea. Actually, I don't, so we won't be doing that. Okay, I think I'm just going to stick him on there like that. first I'm going to ink him up a little bit. So what type of crafting are you guys doing? I'm going to be starting on Christmas things here pretty soon. Some Christmas items that I'm going to add to the ePapery shop. I want to make some Christmas covers, and then maybe a little bit of Christmas ephemera. And I'm just going to have this. Okay. So we're going to stick a little bit of glue here on his head, his hand, and his feet here. Okay. Okay. And there he is. There you go. Very, very simple. Now, what I did on the other one, like I said, is I wanted to do hinges, but my hinges are too small for the brads that I have, so that didn't work too good. But once I get some better hinges in, that might work. So I decided that for this one, I'm just going to take some strips of tea-dyed papers here. And use those. So I'd like it to be a little ruffled or frayed there. Okay. I'm trying to decide if I want one that goes all the way down or if I just want two pieces. If I did it all the way down like that, or if I just want to like cut two pieces and do it that way. Okay, I think I'm just going to do two pieces. Worth. One. Two. And actually, I'm going to do it on the inside also. Okay. So get it a little more frayed here. Okay. Did it again and forgot to put my cap back on my glue. Okay. Before I do that, I'm going to take my ink here, and I am just going to try and ink a little bit more around the edges. I was back this week with my youngest daughter for a little while, continuing to try and help her out a little bit after her surgery. Went back with her to the doctor. She's doing very well, which I was really glad to hear. All right, so now I'm going to lay these like this. I'm going to leave just a little space, not a lot. Okay, now let's make sure I got this somewhat straight. Good luck. Okay. And see if I can I don't want this saturated in glue, but whoops. Oh, it looks like I could have cut that down a little bit more. Okay, let's see how that works. I'm going to cut this one. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Okay. That doesn't look like it's really... Okay. I think I should have made them just a little bit, not quite so wide. Where's my tag? Is that going to go in there? Yeah, it will. And that is crooked. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is fold it like this so I can see where the fabric is, because otherwise I'm just not going to be able to see it. And glue it on one side and then on the other. As usual, there's probably better ways of doing this than what I'm doing it, but this is my process, people. Yeah, okay. Okay, come on. Back to the love-hate relationship with this glue. Okay. Let's see that that's going to open fairly well. Yep. Okay, and now this one. Oops, wrong glue. Oh my goodness. I'm going to hold this up so I can kind of see where that is. Oh, it needs to go down a little bit, I think. Yeah. Looks somewhat good, I guess. Okay, and okay. So there's my hinge. Okay. And then I want to put a tab up there. What kind of a tab do we want? I think this is the one I put on the other one. Or I could do something really radical and put some kind of color on there. Oh, that's kind of interesting. That's a card, playing card type thing. But that's just paper, so I want to put some additional strength on that. So I'm going to glue this to this and then cut it out because I want that tab to be strong enough because I want to put an eyelet in it and hang a chain from it. So I am going to put this here. Okay. Okay, well, there we go. I'm going to punch a hole in here and put an eyelet in there and hang a ball chain on there. I ordered some new eyelets the other day. Oh, these are the ones that have these are more like grommets. They have the cover in the back, which is kind of nice. These are bigger ones, but I think they'll work. Make sure that I get this in the corner, but not too close. There we go. That'll work. That is not a big enough hole. So tried to make it a little bit bigger here. There we go. I don't know if I've ever done one like this before. Okay, well, here goes nothing, people. worked. I'll be darned. Okay, well, let's put this chain in here first, and not exactly sure what I'm going to hang from that, if anything. Let's see here. There. Okay, there's that. Hang from it like that. Now, let me see if I do these. Are they going to look too big? Or maybe I only need one instead of two. I was thinking two, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I think they might be too big for two. I don't know. I kind of like two. I'm going to kind of try and mark that where I want it to be. Okay. All right, well, we're gonna try this and see what happens. Out comes the biggin. Let's stick these in there and see if we can get them set, should we? Look at that, guys. I actually managed to do it. It's a little crooked, but all right, so there we have it. Okay, guys, that's the end of this video. I did a little decorating off screen, so I will give you a little glimpse here. So this is what we're looking at here. Open it up, and you've got that and this here. And then you can glue it down as a tuck spot if you want, or make it into a pocket. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you are having a wonderful crafty day, and we will see you again next time. Let me know if you think that I'm getting grungy enough with these. Okay, we'll talk to you later.